Hello YouTube and welcome back to the channel here today. Today we're back again for Musume Season 3, Episodes 5 and 6 this time. Excited to dive in again with the horses, of course. No need to stand on ceremony here, straight into the YouTube comments. Starting here with hopefully this is easier to read. Once again here, longer comment, a lot of references, we'll pick and choose as we do. I like early on here any additional Cheval Grand, I'm going to say, Cheval Grand. Any additional info there is good. Horse's real life owner is a baseball player known for their fork ball. Hopefully again we get to see her do some more things in upcoming episodes. You would hope so, right? Some interesting lore here regarding two horses. I believe Goldship mentioned them during her whole thing last week. Again, the story of Musume and everything that happened there, the game and real life, of course, it's bigger than what we see in the anime. Goldship is famous for long spurts, sometimes even starting at that third corner instead of the fourth. This is insane, requiring an insane amount of stamina, of course. Also is Goldship's unique skill in the game. Osaka High mentioned again, obviously again a race that Teo herself did as well. Once again here breaking continuity a little bit because again it's a G2 race until 2017, so we're not quite there yet even if we're right on the precipice. Kita-san's strength and toughness, in real life known for their hugeness and extreme muscles, of course. Really low body fat, even race-ready years after retiring. An absolute Adonis of a horse, and again, personified by Kita-san Black of all people here in Musume. Maybe the reference to the heavy horseshoe that we end up giving Daya as well, so yeah, so probably that reference there. I did see some scuttlebutt on the public comments about some people's misgivings with this season. Like in their view, Kita-san Black in real life is very different to being shown here. So it's like, again, giving this story that is suited to another different kind of character to Kita-san. Like, it doesn't make much sense to them. But once again, I'm lucky enough to be divorced from all of that. I don't know any of the context and really just taking it on its own terms. Now listen, regarding body contact, yeah, I know it's not allowed, but it's like an anime about horse racing. You gotta turn it up a notch a little bit, right? You'd think so. You know, even if they're not literally bumping into each other in these races to get an advantage, it is something maybe symbolic of the personality that they had and the way that they went about it. I don't know. I would have liked to see it as a little bit more of a thing, mostly just because I want to see a bit of argy-bargy. The Kita-san training we see during episode 4, not that dissimilar to the stuff that happened in real life. Very, very hard training sessions, training regimen for Kita-san. And yeah, over here, unsure about the bananas as well. So if anybody else knows, please let me know. Maybe they just thought it was funny. Put bananas in it, why not? Aha, okay, Rubik's Cube colors. The yellow side being completed is a possible reference to the Kikukusho, which is normally associated with the color yellow. This now makes sense why that side is showing. Okay, gotcha. And yeah, was a couple points kind of last session where we had some trouble with timing of things. I'm imagining it's just subbing, it's no biggie. And maybe I even undersold Goldship's career, one of the most successful horses in Musume as far as the horses that have been implemented are concerned. 6 G1 wins, putting them one below Rudolph's long-standing record of 7. Obviously, again, that's a legend. One step below that, doing pretty well. And yeah, okay, agreeing with me, concurring that it is a little bit weird that we build up the Spring Tenosho. You know, even a very important race to Teo as well, if you want to bring that into, you know, what we're doing here. But like just relegating it to the credits at the end of episode 4, I don't know about that one. Once again, I would have just liked to have seen it. And last comment here today from Eric Algelius. Yes, the running is doing quite well. We'll see in 3 weeks' time when I do my half marathon. We'll see how I go. And just clarifying last week a little bit where we talked about, you know, the tone of this season and how, you know, different groups of people may react to it and whatnot. It comes down to empathy. If you can look at a situation like the Goldship episode and kind of empathize with it based off your own life experience, maybe an adult, you know, in their 30s slowing down just a touch may resonate with that story a little bit more than, you know, an 18-year-old kid. But I don't think I've ever had an issue with empathy in that way. Normally I can put myself in the shoes of the character pretty well. And yeah, not really agreeing with the commonly repeated criticism of it deviating too much from real events. Season has issues here and there, but that is not a major one of them. Once again, I'm not privy to real events. It doesn't affect me at all either. I would really like to see Parma and Helios in real life steal a DJ deck though. I think that would be kind of fucking metal. That'd be rad. Anyway, we'll leave the YouTube comments there for today. We'll shout at the patrons. Once again, a very big thank you to the support on the channel from the patrons. Again, you guys keep the lights on, so to say, so thank you very much. If you want to see episodes 1 week early, it's up there ready to go as we speak. Only $6 a month. You also get, of course, what am I watching on the channel at the moment? Oh my god, Ping Pong. You get Ping Pong 1 week early as well as movies. So yeah, peruse at your leisure, it's in the description. A very big thank you to Sean, Ace Lightning, Ada, Akumensa, Alchemy, Astifith, Uvtifith, Bananarama Hamadama-sama, BD422, Botero, Brennan M. Gibbons, Brett Jones, Caitlin, Capella, Chubaribi, Copley, Cure Dynamic, Dakota, Dapper Dwarf, Diak Lord, Doke Hyo, Ed, Eric Algelius, Fancy Question Mark, Fried Rice, Fruit, Frozen Fox, Gloriana Tenebrae, Glyke, Hayato138641, Hans Peter, Hibiki Tachibana, I Bailey, Ika, Intaz Students, Iria, J Cambion, Yako Yavanen, Jacob R, Jeff Solis, Joran, Kusogtha, Clem, Lexi, Lick H, Lucas Carulius, Lou, Lupe Ferrugia, Maddock the Doppelganger, Master Detective, Matthew Bratcher, Matthew Mortlock, Mickey Babbers, Miru, Mistake L. Chen, Molly Weinberger, Mr. Maniacs, Murmurine, Nature Without Man, Pencil Sharp 333, Platinum Fighter, Pike, St. Lily, Sam1373, Samuel Guerrero, SGM Janus, Shiny Haxorus, Skeleton, Tentacot Member, Terrence, Tobias Dow Christensen, Waifu Overdose, Without a Net, Binchi, Jummy Boo, Kelvin, Ronlad BNK, Hamayaz, and Luigi Mario 3939. Thank you very much. Give me money. I enjoy the money. Onto the horses, of course. Let's focus here on both Kita-san Black and Satono Diamond. Unable to break that jinx in the Satsuki Shore, of course. Triple Crown areas. But it's put on a brave face, very mature in the wake of that. Which again, unbeknownst to her, inspires Kita-san Black, gets her back to training. Which she does. Trains over there with Mihono Bourbon and Raishara, of course, working our way towards the Spring Tenno Show, which she wins in a very, very close result during the credits. But the most important part of the recap here is Sounds of Earth exists, so looking forward to that more than basically anything else here at the moment. Anyway, what's next on the agenda? I don't know, maybe back to some Duramente stuff? Potentially. If not, Kita-san's just gonna tackle whatever challenge lays before her. Looking forward to it. Let's jump in here to episode 5 of season 3 of Musume. Let's go. Rightio, I have episode 5 of season 3 up there ready to go. 23 minutes, 55 seconds on this one. Sync up accordingly with your own copy. Have the OK Subs version. Get that version if you'd like my version. If not, there's a picture-in-picture in the description below for your viewing pleasure as well. Let's give this thing a 3, 2, 1. Rightio? 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, Japanese derby time now. Well, this probably isn't going to be it either. Tuka? It's super close. Oh, hang on. Looked a photo finish for mine. And Divinity was the horse that won last episode, I feel. Need those sleeves to be a little bit longer. I mean, off one win in the Japanese Derby? I don't know. I don't know about all that. Big race, though. Half a horseshoe. It's probably not good. Oh, it's the lucky horseshoe, too, right? It's the one that Thingo gave you? So that we're doing some more injury BS. Like, if I'm her, I'm fucking the sleeves off. I'm not doing that. Throw them away. More trouble than they're worth. Feels like the Incredibles. No capes. What are we doing? Get out of here. As I'm sure you saw there, and I'm sure most of you felt this way watching it as well if you didn't already know, when it frames a race that way at the start of the episode and we just kind of drop straight into it, there's no way we're winning it. Not at all. Not when the Satono Jinx has had all this build-up, right? Like, we need more investment there before we just break it, you know? Always booking it in this show. Where do they have to be? Cute animation, though. Still really love that opening. I think it's great. Proving oneself. Bananas again. So they even lose in the same way. Yeah, okay. See, all that horseshoe business feels like real life stuff. Like, well, you lost by 8 centimeters, but also this thing happened over here which could have caused that. There's, reasonable doubt. That run looked a little bit weird. There she goes. Like you're some kind of video game character. Six? Takarazuka Kinen upcoming next. She's your apprentice? What? Kinda. What are you two doing here? I was about to say that. They just, showed up. Goofy as hell. Oh, it's this guy again. Alright. It's a very funny bit. She was a bit better there. She was more confident than the last time she did it. Ah, here we go. Duramente? Righto. Aims for the Takarazuka Kinen. Well, throws a spanner in the works, doesn't it? Race in Dubai? Horse girls in Europe? Since when? Okay. She's talking now, too. Not very media trained either. Like, I'll beat your ass. Please translate. It's like a fucking caveman. Caveman horse girl. You guys also split that Triple Crown. Okay. Does not mince words. Groovy sis. It's a fun way to translate that too. Get our sights international. It was great to get a bit of her personality though. Correct. I'm gonna get El Condor Pasa back. You're all rude girls. Come on. Unfathomable strength. I changed. A lot. A full size? Got a lot of fans. I mean, it's great that I have the support, but like... Have you seen the other girl? She goes crazy. Overcast falls over our school. Tracing Academy, I remember. Ah, Turbo, we love Turbo. Oh, and Canopus. We love all those freaks. Ooh. Awkward. Mm-hmm. It's kind of cute. They're both like waiting at the rain. Now, you must know if you get wet by the rain at all, automatic cold. That's like anime logic. Small talk. I'm surprised she even responded. One word. I don't think so. Didn't think so. Caveman. Ooh, okay. Duty. My reason for being. Determination. Sure is unwavering. But he lived up to the title of rival then, right? She's like, who are you? Didn't you just say the Kikukusho winner, though? So wait, how did you even know that she was going to be in that race? Who will beat you? And out into the rain regardless. I was saying that as a joke, the whole who are you? She really is that dense. I guess that not focused on anybody else. A lot of her drive's internal. But now you got a bit of a chip on your shoulder, Kita-san. We'll say. And the Saturno gang. Look at the arms go. Oh my god. Everybody else making all these proclamations. Duramente. Don't care. Takarazuka Kinen. Doing the step. Be funny if, like, Cheval Grand won it. Where are we? Yeah, I thought it was pretty late on. This would be a pretty quick race, you'd think. Where's Turbo? Get Turbo back. Whenever Turbo isn't on the screen, we should be all asking, where's Turbo? And off they race. I like the difference in their posture sometimes. It's fun to me. See? Cheval Grand. Interesting. We're almost just like watching this whole race. There hasn't really been that many cuts. Fast race. Tough field. Silence Suzuka is confident. Well, watch out, because she's about to come. Did you guys hear that too, or was that me? Alright, here they come. I reckon she holds here. I'll back in. I'll back in Kita-san. Leaving a lot to do. Earth-shattering. Interesting. Will you? Whoa! Okay. No way. I didn't want it to be like this, though. She could have fall too? Okay, didn't fall. Nah. Call it off. That's not human. That's... Okay, I did guess Riverlight. Oh my god. Fucking Riverlight? Who the fuck invited her? But we both place. I think Duramente was second. Ah, she's cute enough. Okay, we give her a pass. Hurt? A little bit worse for wear, yeah. Big fucking thighs, though. Jesus. It's clearly not. She's proud. She's adorable. Dominate me anytime. No, you know, they recognize each other now. Like equals. They're on a level. Dura-chan? Hey. We're all taking it all in our stride. Now kiss. Maybe. Maybe another time. Yeah, fucking Riverlight? I was holding out for my girl. No way. Anyway. Just give me Shovel Grand or something. Kind of feels like the Gold Ship episode where some like random horse won and then like we didn't give them any like spotlight at all. We all just like cheered Gold Ship. It's like, well, give him a little bit. What's next? Not really. I didn't mind that one. It was a bit slow though. It was okay. The scene with Duramente in the rain, very fun. This kind of music reminds me of when I used to play like rhythm games. It's been so long. But something like this tempo, all that brass, yeah. This used to be my jam, man. And now moving swiftly onwards to episode 6. And there we have it, episode 6 up there ready to go. 23 minutes, 55 seconds, same old everything. Let's jump right in. Radio, 3, 2, 1, go. Sotono Group G1 Association. What do you mean G1 Association? Ooh, no credits though. Who the hell are all you guys? Shut up. Punch him in the back of the head. Quick. Diamond. You know what they say, diamonds are forever. Diamond is unbreakable? I've heard rumors. Yeah, I hope that's just me. I get some audio cut out. Maybe these aren't charged completely. The original sin, yeah. Alright, she's gone beast mode. Hashtag beast mode. Banana again. Red things. Well, imagining spicy. Yeah. She needs to go die in the bathroom for a bit. Well, she wants to overcome her, the jinx. Superstition. Hence the fortune telling now, too. Avoid heading eastward. I like that they're back, though. This show's hilarious. That's great. Watch out, there'll be some, like, Sideshow Bob rakes over here or something. You might have even left that banana peel now that I think about it. Who the hell, Ricky? Feng Shui? Feng Shui? Rickety Split? Alright, time to go to the forest then. Or the mill. There she goes. That's pretty funny. I like this. What the hell? Oh. Bakushin, of course. She got a face full of boob, I think? It's all happening. The leg ghost. So it's like fortune telling, feng shui, ghost stories. Huh? What the fuck? Well, there's the leg ghost. Classic. Crows. Black cat. The critters. My lantern collection, oh no. Well, yeah. Oh, the critters are behaving over there. Yeah, okay. I thought that was cute. That was a good section. I was too busy trying to break all those jinxes. What am I supposed to do with these animals? Wait, the next of the... Yeah, number 3. 666 mils of honey drink. Did you measure it? Come on now. Pfft. It just made me fat. You might just get locked in. You can jump that. Come on. Oh, she's cool. She left. I'm starting to be a little bit worried about her. You know, might speak to focusing too much on the jinx and stop, thinking about the things that actually matter for winning a race. Like with that superstition front of mind, you're missing the fundamentals. That again, it's just a numbers game. If you're in races enough and you're doing the right things, you're going to win one eventually. They're in your head. Oh, here we go. Look at her go. Holy shit. First hand seeing the devastation. I'll give you that. It's tough, man. Big competition these days, too. Thought they were going to do this, too, with that shot. So now all the hope's on me. Give her a chance. Okay. Is there any point to us debuting? Well, you kind of got it now. I mean, I'd be worried. Come on. Okay, McQueen might do something here. Another prestigious family, of course. Major. Here we go. My goat, she's back. Yes, mother. Right away. If she does end up winning, it'll be the same race that Kita-san won as well. I mean, she's your best friend. I'm well aware of the jinx, yes. She's spitting facts. Well, it's less of a jinx and more just like a saying. Well, there is his strength. You're just reading into it based on, you know, everybody else's circumstances. 100%. I saw season 2. I remember. It's a really nice scene, though. I'd take confidence from that Japanese derby, for sure. She knows how to do a good pep talk. I'll give her that. Okay, lock it in. Here's a bunch of lucky items. Oh, okay. I like that, though. Cute. Did you guys get it because she made one for Taya back in the day? It's like her special move. I mean, I'm ready to run through a wall after that McQueen speech. She looks bored. Cute, okay. Old mate in space still watching. Does he do any work up there, or just watching racing all day? Who else is even in this race? Royal Tartan. Jakarta Funk. Great horse name. I am the strongest. No, but it's my job to do exposition. Come on. So whenever they're doing that first kilometer in about a minute, it's pretty quick. Come on, I'm feeling it. Can you imagine if after all this build-up she doesn't win? Okay, good. It always gets me nervous when they do that. They sometimes get injured. Oh shit, Divinity's here? Alright, pack it up then. Go horse. McQueen? Give us a cheer. She's doing it. It's looking good. They're fucking riding it, man. She didn't even need to. McQueen didn't even need to cheer at all. Good. Okay. You can never... Don't ever count anything till they cross that finish line in this show, man. Uncontested's good. There's no fluke to that. And she did it wearing the least suitable costume out of any of them. Like, seriously, that's going to be a disadvantage. Simple, yeah? And just like that, Jinx is gone. Oh, they love it. Must be such a relief more than anything, right? Does make me think, though. I'm surprised we did this now. Still got 7 episodes to go. Come on, give us a tear. Come on. Now, she was putting on a brave face before, right? Cute. Like all those times previously where she lost, it's like, you know, I just need to do X, Y, Z, I need to be strong, blah, 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 blah. All that stuff's kind of a front, a little bit. Let me just... Yeah, battery's low, that's why. Okay. I'm happy it's not... Okay. Keep getting audio cutting out. How many ribbons do you need? I'd imagine that's Sutono Diamond singing as well. Sounds like her. I liked all the like old horses still watching and like invested in stuff. Again, probably have their real life equivalents too, obviously. Oh, winning live. Once again, how are they supposed to put on a show after that? Like, she'd be so emotionally exhausted, man. Props. Props to her. And yeah, let's do some analysis on those two tomorrow. I'll see you then. And we're back. It's the next day. 2 more episodes in the books, of course. 5 and 6. I'd say much like last week, it's pretty good again. I enjoyed my time. Very funny show, obviously. Musume all the time. I don't really think there's even been an episode where I haven't laughed out loud at some point. So it's enjoyable from that perspective. I guess, again, what I'm going to keep saying here until things change is we're just not quite elevating the same way we did in season 2. Like for mine, I'm happy enough that we're telling a different story with different characters that very much bases itself on season 2 stuff. I feel like we're doing enough different. It's just not hitting the same, which again, high bar. Like I want to keep emphasizing that. But I mean, like we had the whole Sutono Jinx thing, which I think they maybe would have held on to a little bit longer. Like it's solved basically. We broke the jinx. I don't know. It kind of felt like it was introduced here and there a little bit before. Oh well, okay, we broke it. It had all this build up in episode 6, and oh well, we're done. And I do think the moment where Sutono Diamond breaks down in tears at the end there is quite good because she's got like this facade up basically. Like she's, you know, said all the right things and been professional across the entire journey, but we learn about the investment there in episode 6, and, you know, it's catharsis upon, you know, defeating the jinx. You may have tried to put on this brave face that you don't believe in such things, but, you know, at the end of the day, it still emotionally affects you, and that outburst, it's probably exactly what the scene called for. I don't know how you enhance it. Do you get some more girls in the race proper that we know, so it feels like a little bit more is at stake, because there was only one real result there in my view. That was that she was going to win. I don't know. I guess I questioned the timing there a little bit. Yeah, just didn't hit with that oomph that a lot of that season 2 stuff did. But one thing I think we are doing better than any other season, I think, is building up like a genuine antagonistic leaning rival. Like in the rest of it, we've had like good rivals before. Like, you know, Special Week and Silent Suzuka, they're rivals, and, you know, we had a lot of development there, and obviously you got, you know, McQueen and Teo in Season 2, rivals, a lot of development there too, but they're very buddy-buddy. It's like a rival that you kiss after you finish the race, kinda. It's like, it's pretty tight-knit. What we have going on here with Kita-san Black and Duramente is a little bit more what I'm looking for, right? It's a little bit more like we don't know each other, we're just kind of feeling each other out type stuff. And I feel like that's the best execution we've had on that concept, right? And it helps that Duramente is just like so formidable, in my view. Like it's the most intimidating I've felt a horse. Like season 1 did really well with French horse, Bruyere. Felt intimidating for sure, felt like this insurmountable thing. We tried to do similar in season 2 to mixed results with Hayahide in my view. This one feels like we're nailing it. It's like, okay, we're taking like learnings from those 2 seasons and like applying it to the one character. Like, I'll skip ahead here. That moment where it seems like she's going to fall over and she just like presses on even further is amazing. Like, I legitimately didn't believe it when I saw it happening. And it all led to some freak horse in the middle winning. Something River. Yeah, it's a great moment. Probably my moment of the session. Oh, that or the Sutono Diamond ending stuff, which I think's good too. But yeah, that's a success. Other than that, it's your pretty standard Uma Musume set of 2 episodes. Good gags, good characters, all that normal kind of jazz. We didn't really continue on with much of the thematic stuff from last week, which was a lot more about like, you know, differentiating yourself and not being like what's come before you and, looking back on your legacy by the very end of things with all that gold ship stuff. So I guess I'm struggling to get a bit of a grip on an overall season thesis yet as well. Forge your own path, I guess. I guess we'll keep an eye on it. Successful, but again, not quite reaching season 2 is my large-scale takeaway. But we'll dive back through here, unsure how much I'll have to say. And yeah, it's been a long week, so if we're a little bit on the light side, that's probably why too. But either way, we move forth and yeah, let's rewatch. I commented on this in the reaction, right? If you're going to start a race at the very beginning of an episode with, this kind of investment, like we really care about this Jinx, the first Satono G1 victory, it's not going to happen. Like, it's an instant, like, if you're at least media savvy at all, you'll be like, okay, well, she's not going to win. I don't know, maybe you change the framing a little bit to keep at least people like me interested. But yes, this is the second of Satono's Triple Crown attempt. She has the Japanese Derby here today and loses, unfortunately, to Toka? Something like that? Tuka! Like toucan or something. Sure. And it's an extremely close photo finish, mere centimeters in it. If, her sleeves were just blowing the other way or something, potentially should have that victory. And yeah, of course, there's the element of the broken shoe too, so, we had this tangible disadvantage in our kind of final push there at the end. You can look at that and look at this result pretty positively, right? Doesn't fix the Jinx, but there's evidence here to support that you could have done better. We've done a lot of horseshoe stuff with you previously too in this season, so now a lot of that's becoming a bit more clear too. Probably was in reference to this incident. Like, again, to me, seeing this would fill me with confidence. It's like, you just came second to this person, just by a little bit. Well, okay, let me take off my ankle weights, let me take off my wrist weights. That's, I had at least something to point blame at. It's almost admirable for Satono Diamond that she doesn't point fingers at it and go, I should have won, look at this. She takes it in stride and thinks that, that's just racing. Very, very responsible and admirable horse over here. Shout out to Guru Cap, of course, always eating, loves a meal. And yeah, we're doing a bit of an autopsy on what happened, how close the race in question was. We're both Satono Crown and Satono Diamond discussing said Jinx, that it may be God looking down on us, there may actually be something superstitious here going on. But, we're resolute over here, steadfast. I guess that's another thing as well. Like, season 1 and 2, it was very much about our two characters, and they were, like, pushing each other forward constantly, right? Like, Kita-san doesn't have that much of a role in my view of, her breaking the Jinx. She isn't, like, a huge part of that. Even in these moments, we've kind of transitioned straight out of, concern for her and the Jinx in general to, oh, well, I'm over here, I'm having a great run. They seem less intertwined than, say, McQueen and Teo, which is confusing to me because they know each other from even way back before. They go further back than McQueen and Teo in the continuity of the universe. Anyway, I'm only halfway through the season. We'll leave large-scale stuff like that for later on. I'm absolutely sure of this now. We're pushing this cube thing so very much. We're going to end with 6 G1 wins here for Kita-san in my view. And moving forth from here into the Takarazuka Kinen, which we're training for. That being Kita-san. Gold Ship gets her jokes off too. Very funny, very egotistical. And I do like that we called this out as well. Kind of Mihono Bourbon and Rice Shower just appearing out of nowhere. It's like, when the fuck did they get here? Maybe again, some of your stealthy powers, just like creeping up. The Assassin in Black and all that. Great stuff. Now this is beat for beat, line for line, the same joke as episode 1. It's a good joke though, I'm happy enough that they're repeating it. I guess the change here being that you're a lot more confident, maybe going to show that you have changed over the course of the first half of the season here. Again, very nervous and flustered episode 1 showing this guy around, a lot more confident. Still not quite getting it though, he's speaking perfect Japanese and you're just defaulting into English. The English is super cute though. Shout out to the VA. Very, very well done. And yes, just as Kita-san is feeling a little bit better about herself, feeling that she's become stronger, Duramente is back. And it's almost like we're kind of factory reset back to step one as well. If somebody this formidable is going to be racing in the upcoming race, what chance do I have? It's like a test, right? It's like, well, have I changed? Has my time with Nice Nature, has my training with Bourbon and Rice, has that, actually done anything here? Because here's this same barometer. And for the intents and purposes of this episode, it's about acknowledgement. And again, we'll get there. Like, now she knows who you are and what your name is and has a respect for you and the way you race. So yeah, mission accomplished as far as episode 5 is concerned in that way. Also love the dynamic here. Air Groove just like trying to PR train this wild horse that just doesn't want to cooperate. I don't know. It screams like super competitive person that didn't quite do all the training that they were meant to do, right? And still has people trying to rein them in every now and again. Bit of a hothead. Not as concerned with outside perception as the race itself. We also get a little bit in the time since for Duramente as well. Has been over in Dubai, where they were able to challenge some of the strongest horse girls in Europe. She came out with a second place, something that frustrates her ever so. Again, just papering over the cracks here. You seem very unapproachable in your interview here. It's hilarious. It's great. Even the host is a little bit like, oh, like, are we good? I do this. Just a little cut in the middle here of you just like, why you little? Brilliant. I guess what we learn from Duramente here in her first scene where she actually talks as well, steadfast, strong-willed, doesn't mince words, is extremely focused and one-eyed on what she has to do. She also isn't going to play the game, if you know what I mean. She isn't going to play the media game, per se, and try to make friends. Which, again, like, if this is her temperament, like, it speaks volumes by the end, where she does have a good rapport now with Kita-san, right? She's not going to lie. She's a straight shooter. So we can take her by her word, right? If we're shaking hands by the end here, it means something. And wrapping up this scene now, I guess the thing that we're looking forward to from a Duramente perspective is overseas again. It's the Prix de l'Arc de Triomphe. It's the French race from season 1 that we did. Your eyes are bigger than what we have here. You've got, like, large-scale ambitions. I'm doing Ping Pong the animation at the moment. Reminds me of a certain character that maybe getting a little bit ahead of themselves and looking international before dealing with what's right in front of them. Also, Gruner, translated as Groovy Sis. Fantastic touch. Great subbing. One fun thing to note here, we still have the blender out. It's like a feature of the room almost, that speaker. Yeah, we're gonna make another, shake or whatever we call them, another sports drink. And yeah, after all this ruckus, Kita-san feeling a little bit down, like, hey, I've been on this run a little bit. Won my Kikuko Show, won my Spring Tenno Show. I've never beaten her before, and a lot of people think that she would have won that debut Triple Crown, a la, somebody like Teo, like this accomplishment there, right? If, she wasn't injured. It kind of makes my victory there in my first G1 race a little bit hollow. I don't know, this is how we're sowing doubt and a little bit of tension into the episode. But Team Speaker picks her back up. Hey, she beat last year's Kita-san. This year's Kita-san is top of the world, baby. #1 fan vote in the Takarazuka Kinen. That's got to speak for something, right? I do really love the speaker dynamic. It comes back in kind of fits and spurts sometimes, where again, that was season 1's like major thing, really, like Team Speaker, we're a team. Let's, bring it in. We get little bits and pieces here, and when it does pop up, I do like it. And then the rain rolls in. Absolutely wonderful scene on the back of this. Just that awkwardness, that kind of silence of, both Kita-san and Duramente waiting for the rain to pass. Gives them a good opportunity to talk it out, of course. Doesn't care for the umbrella, rather just run in the rain. Probably sprinting her heart out. Love to see it. And I mean, this is a cliche. It's a classic for a reason. It's almost this like screenwriting cheat to get two high school age characters to talk to each other when they probably wouldn't normally. Just make it rain. You know, if you go out there in anime, get wet at all by the rain, you're gonna have, be sick for 2 weeks. That's how colds work, by the way. But yeah, it allows Musume also to play in some different areas. I would like if the show was a little bit more awkward overall, played, a little bit of a cringy space. That could be fun. Yeah. You don't get many scenes where there isn't much dialogue and we're just kind of feeling each other out. And I love the character dynamic here too. Duramente, very straightforward. I said caveman-like in the reaction sometimes. I could imagine that she doesn't even see the awkwardness in the situation, and Kita-san's feeling it for the both of them. And as we learn by the end of the scene too, you currently don't know who this is. So you just think it's some small talk where, again, I'm looking to you as a rival. I've got a lot more investment in you than you do to me. It's a little bit of a mismatch there. It's a little bit awkward. Gives an opportunity here also for Kita-san to, she has her own insecurities, as we've seen through the first half of the season. Do you harbor these same insecurities? And she's like, well, no, because of my duty. My family, right? A distant dream of taking on the most extreme challenges. It's in my blood. At the end of my path of conquest is proof that I am the strongest. And obviously that French race, the Arc de Triomphe or whatever the fuck she said, that's at the horizon. That's what I'm reaching for. Everything else is just a stepping stone. Duramente here also saying that she's here to collect what she lost. The Kikukasho, I'm taking this Takarazuka Kinen, right? This other G1 raise is like almost in place of this one that I should have had, right? Catching back up to where I should be in my own head without the injury. Even funnier again that you don't even know who won the Kikukasho. That's how much you think it was just your birthright. And again, like Kita-san naturally thinks, oh, well, okay, if you want recompense for the Kikukasho, you must have your eyes on me. It must be this kind of like mutual thing, right? That's why Takarazuka Kinen. That's why... No. Not at all. You're not important to this at all. And you're just shocked, and I think that you even get a little bit aggressive off the back of that. It's almost like this response to the awkwardness. It's a good look. It's a funny end of the scene for sure. Ending the scene too with you running off into the rain that you were avoiding. Hardy ha. Really good stuff. Really, really good. And now again, clear focus, end of the episode. I want to be recognized by her. I want her to start to notice me. Not just that I want her to, I'm going to make her. That's how dominant I'm going to be in this thing. Let's do this thing. It gets you all pumped up. It gets you excited for the Takarazuka Kinen here, folks. Sotona Crown in attendance as well. Still not breaking that jinx. Can't help but feel a little bit half-hearted here though, just these last-minute introductions of a few other horses, when again, Kita-san and Duramente have had all the build-up. Again, not a unique problem to this episode, kind of a larger problem with the overall series. It's easy to tell which horses matter and which ones don't. You never really get a really truly open field. Like even this episode, we were trying to make a point more that Riverlight, I think was their name. They ended up winning. But again, the two focus horses there, obviously, like Kita-san and Duramente. And yeah, it's almost this convenience that we have another separate party win that isn't even in the show at all. It allows us to keep this like rivalry going between those two. One thing I've noted during our races as well, we're getting a little bit less, peak over here with this group of characters, over here with this group, over here with this group. We kind of just let the races sit a little bit more. They're also a little bit shorter in general, like race ends about here really. So there's less time to be doing that kind of stuff as well. I don't know, I guess for your bigger, more important races, I would like to have the breadth. But other than that, it feels, about right, I would say. There's some really strong character designs this season, though. Love Duramente's, of course, but even Cheval Grand, as much as she hasn't really been as in it as much as I would have wanted, she's still just like a killer design. Like, she's just cool. She looks like some kind of admiral or something. I think it's the haircut too. Yeah, for sure. More of her. I want to see more of her for sure. Sotona Crown, no slouch either. She's a little cutie. And I think I've been on record before saying the Kita-san might be my favorite protagonist design. I think so. She's a top design in the show in my view. There's a contrast of styles and racing going on here as well. We've got Kita-san doing a bit of front running, leading the majority of the race, with Duramente obviously sneaking, skulking behind, waiting for their moment to strike, a la earlier in the season. That's definitely her racing style. I'm seeing this between the two episodes as well. We're talking about doing that first lap, that first kilometer in just under a minute. You would imagine that's pretty good pace. If you guys are going at that click, like, it means that this is a really, really competitive field. And that kind of resonating theme through this episode, right? I am better than I was. I no longer feel tired. I don't feel like I'm slowing down. I feel determined. I'm going to show them how I run and win. The proof is in the pudding, ladies and gentlemen. Her efforts are paying off. And yeah, dude, every single time they do this in the show, the focus on that one foot when you're just about to go and go crazy, one of the best things in the show every time. There's this great tension too, because, you know, now we've got a lot of evidence built up through like all the seasons. Sometimes this is also injury. Sometimes this isn't good. It just like, it like almost makes you like take that quick like breath, like, oh, what's gonna happen? It's a wonderful moment every time. And once again, it's a link between Duramente and Teo. Teo used to love to do this shit, and here's Duramente doing the same now. We get a clear final 3 here by the very end. Duramente tries to push through, but not enough as of yet. She's going to need to find something even deeper. As she goes there, oh, a little bit... Maybe an injury, maybe a little bit not feeling too good, maybe a little bit not right. Looks like she's going to tumble over and then locks in regardless. As is her focus, as is her steadfast nature. She's not going to take it, lying down. She's going to push even further beyond. She's cool. There's a moment of the episode right there. It's awesome. And much to the surprise of everybody, including myself, Riverlight, everybody. It's Riverlight. And initially in the reaction, I'm like, oh, well, but she's cute. I'll give her a pass. She's fine. Jumping for joy. The voice acting's cute. We like her. She's good. End of the race here now. Duramente keeling over a little bit, but is able to stand up proudly. No need for any doctors here. I'm pushing through regardless. Once again, just determination. Like never a backward step from Duramente, which again makes her now praise of you hit even harder. There's no performance to it. Before this point, I thought this race was just a stepping stone, but you forced me to push myself to the limit. You've earned my respect, but next time I will dominate you. Pause. Kita-san Black. Knows her name, calls her by that name. Yeah, a great kind of like next step in their, formation of their rivalry. And Dura-chan too is just adorable. They're fast friends, of course. Also more bashful, nice nature because she's just a cutie patootie as well. And yeah, that's where we end episode 5. Moving into the AD there. And off the back of that, swiftly into episode 6, Satono Group G1 Association, a little bit of a Satono meet and greet, and it's a good introduction to this episode's central conflict, the Jinx. This whole shindig is it's just a way for us to bring up the idea of the Jinx organically, right? There's people around talking about recent performances, both, what Crown's done and what Dire's done, and, maybe the Jinx is real if, we're both kind of losing in similar ways, and even a horseshoe breaking. It's got to be some bad luck tied in that too. I guess that's probably something I didn't unpack fully, right? Which is like, well, how often in the show have we seen a horseshoe break? Like, never? Then that must speak to some kind of superstition, right? Like, we'd never seen that before. For there to already be this Jinx in place and this kind of like, thing that's being built up, and then for something like that to happen, you gotta almost feel like you're cursed. Hence why Dire then tries her very best to break every single curse possible during the first half of the episode here. Also like when Crown's getting mad. She's cute too. She's the one to like want to, get in there and fight, where Dire is very much like, brave face, we'll get there. Very professional. On the inside, of course, you too feel like this, and you got to keep it all bottled in a little bit. Which again, that's that outburst at the end of the episode. That's all that kind of investment and worry coming out. Should also mention that it's the Kikokosho. There's this real kind of like last chance element to that race as well. We bring in, obviously, the strength stuff associated with that race later on too, that particular piece of superstition. And also allows both Satono Diamond and Kita-san Black to be winning that same race. It, connects the two in a nice way. Needless to say, a lot of comedic stuff through the first half here with the superstitions and how Satono Diamond is trying to break them. I'm not going to go through it piece by piece, starting here with horoscopes. Goes about as well as you think it's going to go. With, again, red being the unlucky color. We try to put too much of this on it. It all pours out. We're going to face that jinx, that bad luck regardless, take it in our stride, no matter how spicy. Look at the lips, too. It must have been just hell. Oh, my God. Once again, canvassing the community, too. Banana. What do we know? Do we know anything? Guess you're a big eater too. Oh my god. Great to see our fortune telling back as well. Like how invested we get over here too. It's just wonderful. Obviously, again, don't go east. Bad luck east. The moment we go east, we like slip on a banana peel. Like, are we serious? It's very... Say what you want about the rest of the show. It's very funny. But much like the spicy food before as well, taking it in her stride. Even though that's a little bit of bad luck, it was right, the superstition was correct. Gotta, keep on going regardless. Flipping out of it even, and hitting like that gymnast pose. Now I don't know who the hell you are. Copano Ricky? The way you talk is the best. Like, you have these little, like... parts where you like put parts of your name into like sentences like rickety split, that's dynamite. Like fucking Shakespeare couldn't write better than that. I'm endlessly impressed with this kind of content, 100%. So yeah, I don't know what hole she climbed out of, but I want her more more Ricky. I should mention as well, it's all about feng shui, and the feng shui says no wood, so of course we go directly into like the forest or like the garden on campus, where then we hear a strange entity heading towards us, and that would be a Bakushin, Sakura Bakushin, or of course. Well, let me frame by frame some of this. Look at her very quickly around the corner. Like a goddamn maniac. Determination, Satono Diamond, jumping out of the way just at the last moment, and then face full of tit. Sure, man. At least this isn't an armpit. We'll take that. This is also, it's similar to when Palmer and Helios had the had the stupid DJ deck, and Kita-san ran in the way. Just very solid. She didn't take a backward step, not at all. It's like, I like bodied you out of the way. It just speaks to how like strong she is. And then we get on to reading about the 7 wonders of Tracing Academy. There's so much shit here. But it's I don't know, it feels like Hyoko or something. It feels like crazy. I almost wish that the show did like straight up comedy episodes more, because it's really good at them. Like, yeah, it's an episode of two halves, definitely. All the funny stuff happening right here at the beginning before it's not so funny. Very, very intense through the rest of it. Like, I didn't even know where to begin here, but what a wonderful visual joke. It's so stupid. How does the padlock even work from here? Sure, man. Ending the scene here, we have a black cat and a crow. Symbols of bad luck, of course. Of death and famine in your case. Oh my god. 2 little animal friends to bring an end to things, to close that loop. Daily reminder that they have plush dolls of each other too. Oh, I didn't notice this too. Look, they taped up all the lanterns after the animals went apeshit on them. It's just as easy to not put that in. I love that they put that in. That's, yeah. It gives some continuity, So you would have noticed through that entire section too. Dia-chan, very determined. Probably too determined. It's not all that, The point of the episode is that these jinxes only have power insofar as you give them power. And it's all well and good to deny and try to confront that, but I think normal, regular prep is the best way to do that. Not what you're doing now. It almost feels like she's in denial. If she really didn't consider the jinx a problem, then she wouldn't be going out of her way to break all these other superstitious things. It clearly is weighing on her mind and resulting in her overworking, right? Probably overtraining for this race. And the best method to get the best results is to just relax a little bit and do all the right things, and luck will come along with that. What did we always say last season? Talent, effort, and luck as well. Luck you can't control. Sorry. Just, it'll be there or it won't. That's the joy of competition. And yeah, I thought we were going to play with this as a story beat more, right? That you're overworking yourself, but it's kind of more just there in the background. I don't really understand this joke, though. Funny. Like, you high jump over the fence there. You escape the school after midnight, and you land straight on a truck. You almost got truck-kunned, I guess. Yeah, that one eludes me. It's funny because she lands on a truck, I guess. Here we go. I have some time to read this now. It said that the fastest horse girls win the Satsuki Show, the luckiest win the Japanese Derby, and the strongest win the Kikoku Show. Hey, maybe that's a little bit to your legacy as well. You're definitely very strong. That definitely builds into that myth. And then, hope you had fun. We take a turn here at this midpoint, and it becomes a lot more dramatic. And we get a bit of context around the Satono family. Been in the biz a very long time, very prestigious, good at admin, all that other kind of stuff. Just around the industry. But that G1 race has always eluded us. It is elusive. Already making that connection between Satono and Meijiro as well. Who have been a lot more successful since a long way back, considering the actual real-life time difference between this stuff happening now and all the McQueen nonsense. From there, myself, Satono Diamond, I was good at racing early. I got their hopes up, essentially, right? I started to feel this weight of like, oh, I might be the one to break this thing. And the culture within almost our large family, right, our stable here, has all been focused on this jinx, right? The weight of all the dreams of every single one of these girls. Again, you can feel it almost like overbearing on her. If anything, I wish it was more evident in the edit. I wish we played with some angles a lot more, get them like hanging up over her or something. And again, this is the build into it, right? Like, sell a good game, basically, right? Me as Satono Diamond. I say, no, Jinx doesn't matter, I just need to do this, this, and this. But my entire culture from the very start has been based around this. And my senpai believing it, and my, older sisters, and, everything, right? It's all been leading into this. Now, I don't think we get names for any of these girls here, but they do appear during our climax as well, bawling their eyes out when that jinx is broken. I think that's a nice touch, gives it a real kind of human element to see these moments here during the flashback. Even again, a lot of these senpai horses feeling bad to almost leave the rest of this burden on her, right? Lamenting all the pressure she'll be under now because of what I failed to do. It must make them feel so bad as senpai almost, And over time here they all thin out till it's only Daya-chan left. And again, that's when all that pressure's now on her. It used to be spread out, all on her now. And I think here we even have the next generation, right? Where it's well, Daya's struggling here and there, right? She's better than us. What hope do we have? If she's not winning and she's this stud, the jinx has to be real, right? Even to the point of that line there, is there even any point to us debuting? If she can't do it, then why should we try? It's affecting the older generation above me, the younger generation under me, it's all coalescing on me. The weight of the world, ladies and gentlemen. And as I mentioned earlier, this is probably the largest part of Kita-san's involvement, voicing her concerns here to the rest of Speaker, which I guess eventually funnels into McQueen in her little speech. You do something, I guess. But again, in comparison to previous seasons, this would be a lot more, too protagonist-centric. I do like that McQueen doesn't really have to be pushed by the rest of the group to help out here. She senses her own importance to Satono Diamond and goes out of her way to mention a few things. Once again, she's a fan favorite now. We love McQueen, so, any time of her, stepping up and being a real senpai about things, it's Feels good. Feels heaps good. And yeah, I really love this scene too. It's the framing, it's the sunset, it's the music. It's these two. They have a lot of legacy together, considering, again, you're like, when you were like a little kid in season 2, looking up to her and stuff. Like, it's got a lot of weight, this conversation. And yeah, we kind of break down the barriers here too. Once again, you've got all this, like, this facade up, this mask, and I can see through all of it. You don't need to be so uptight and so professional around me all the time. It's okay to worry. It's okay to be a little bit scared, even a little bit, like, frightened about this Jinx. And I guess McQueen's overall point here too is that the Jinx only has power insofar as you give it power, right? So you essentially imply that, Jinxes are made after the fact, right? They're these things that we look back on to, like, give reason to why certain results happen. Like, oh, they're our bunny, they're our bugbear kind of team, like that kind of thing in sports, right? It's easy to create that kind of narrative in hindsight. And Satono Diamond, again, having experienced both the Satsuki Show and Japanese Derby, it's like, well, the evidence is there. These results wouldn't have happened if the Jinx wasn't real. And then she's like, well, have you heard this one? The strongest horse girls are the ones that win the Kikuka Show, right? Well, if that Jinx there was true, then that would mean Kita-san and I won the Kikuka Show because of it. And that's the only reason. It wasn't our own strength, it wasn't our own power, it was, some other strange alternate entity, fate itself, that gave us victory. Which obviously, again, I love Kita-san, I love McQueen, I think that they're strong and cool and stuff. Of course they did it on their own volition. Which again, you fell for my trap. If that Jinx isn't real, then your one probably isn't real either. And I guess this is where I'll talk about this as well. A huge part of, like, me almost like quelling my own anxiety about things a lot of the time is just thinking about probability and having learnt about probability and how these things that you think are unlucky are probably ultimately pretty common. And if you're, attempting things X amount of times, you're only going to focus on the times where it actually has affected things, if you know what I mean. Like you may feel like it's happening every time, but it's not really at all. And even then, you've probably, outrun your sense of bad luck in all of it, and you're almost due some good luck. You're due to revert back to the mean a little bit more. I don't know. At least it helps me feel better about things. Your day will come. All you got to do is keep putting yourself out there, keep showing up. And yeah, the rest of it will all fall into place. And I'm happy we made this connection too. That's the kind of strongest link between both McQueen and Satono Diamond, right? We're both from these big, important families. I know what it's like to race with that legacy on the line. That was a huge plot point in Season 2. It's quite a burden, but you've never run from that pain. That's almost admirable. Give you a little pat on the head because of it. And yeah, really sweet scene here to finish. Even McQueen, noting specifics in all these races. It goes to show that McQueen, my idol, has been watching me very closely as well. That's really nice. Like, hey, you did XYZ in the Satsuki Show, you did XYZ in the Japanese Derby. Spinning them in a positive light to the point where, I am just on the precipice of a victory, right? If I keep on pushing, I'm very, very close here. And yeah, ending the scene there with, you need to rest properly so you're ready for this event. Something which, again, I feel like the narrative itself could have built up a little bit more into. It seems like we really want to have this story of overwork. You then need to chill out, but I don't feel like we adequately show the overwork part, or at least the adverse effects of it. Did like this reference, though, back to the rabbit and the turtle. Hey, we remember that one. We're astute viewers. And yeah, ending the scene here. Please come watch me at the Kikuka Show. I'll cross the finish line before anyone else. And yeah, the utmost confidence McQueen has, too. She doesn't really even cheer or... She just thought it was like fait accompli almost. It was gonna happen. Forgot about this moment. Love this moment. Okay. We give her a little charm. It's the same charm that we gave to Teo during that whole kind of episode 10 type arc, right? Where Teo was about to quit. It's that thing that helped her to push through. So this really nice callback. Love the colors too. Got Satono Diamond colors going on. And I know you guys noticed it too. Look at all the fingers. Band-aids on each of them goes to show that she's tried very hard in making this thing again, even if it was painful to her. you know, a good luck charm for you, Satono Diamond is more important than that. Adorable. Adorable, 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 for sure. And yeah, now it's race day. We have a few extra faces to keep track of during, proceedings here. Satono relevant members. They will be very, very invested in the race, bellowing, you know, get out of the way of the screen, come on now, like that kind of stuff. It definitely helps to build this emotion, this weight into the races, for sure. For me, the only thing holding this race back, and I spoke about it before, it's the lack of a real rival present. Like, there's only one result here, especially with the time left in the episode. I just wish I could suspend my disbelief just a little bit to the point where I could think something else would happen. But this is pretty badass in the kind of barrier in the gate before the race. This pose, I am the strongest. Come on now. The Kikuka show of it all. Wonderful. Yeah, I mean, ultimately, I guess this episode's just a little bit too scattershot to build into one of those really great like moments you feel, right, from like season 2 per se. Like, I'm invested insofar as your story with, you know, as you represent Satono, but beyond that, I don't really even know your name. I don't know much about you. Same with the other girls, the senpai girls or the Kohai Satono girls, right? Like, I just don't know them as well. Or again, season 2, you have all that season build-up for, like, Turbo, right? And then all the Turbo stuff happens, and you have Teo on stage crying, and you have, you know, McQueen pushing this over here, the rest of the speaker doing their part too, Trainer-san. Like, I know these people a little bit more. I don't know, I'm lacking a bit of investment here, I guess. See, what I thought would maybe be a cool storyline too, what if we kept this Jinx thing going on? And then it ended up as a race where, you know, me and Kita-san were in it together or something, right? And then it becomes like this conflict of like, well, okay, well, the Jinx is very important to her. Do I let her win? Do I not let her win? The Jinx is very important to me, but also I want Kita-san. Like, there would be tension then. There would be a bit more like Kita-san involvement too. It'd be a little bit cliche, but it would be something. I don't know. Again, now that the Jinx is broken, you've kind of lost a lot of that oomph, in my view, for if and when these two do end up racing. And once again, I know they're stuck between a rock and a hard place too. That wouldn't be how things went IRL. But sometimes you got to sacrifice that to tell a better story. I will say some of the performances here are really good from these side characters. I can feel like that they sell me on them feeling the moment, I guess, and really fuel Kita-san crossing the finish line in first, and like a definitive first as well. Also love to keep an eye on McQueen through this as well. Quietly very confident. Like, hey, just a bit of a smile on your face. You already knew that this was going to happen. Yeah, there's the moment we've been waiting for. No other BS, no photo finish, no nothing. Definitively first. And then, yeah, from there, Satono Diamond, basking in all in. She almost can't believe it herself. Looking up to the leaderboard. There I am. Winner. Oh my god. And then it all kind of comes rushing in, all those feelings. All that investment over time, you know. This isn't mom and dad, but it's kind of mom and dad. And these are my little sisters, but they're kind of my little sisters. And these aren't my big sisters, but they're kind of like my big sisters. All their feelings all hit me at once, right? And as I've said a number of times here as well, it's all that denial that you gave these feelings previously, like putting on that guise of being strong, them ultimately giving way to this moment of quote-unquote weakness, where you know, let all the feelings out and cry it out and stuff, hits really hard. It resonates. Makes me wish there was somebody there to just give her a bit of a hug. It'd be nice. She definitely needs it. The rain clouds here being a nice touch too. Not a dry eye in the entire audience. Kind of wish there was more Satono Crown focus too. It was very important to her as well. This is all we really get? I want a bit more focus there. And this is an absolutely hilarious frame of McQueen too. Very good. A little bit of a unique Edie at the end. Got a bit of Satono Diamond singing too. Pretty nice on the ear. Adorable, of course, too. Look at that trophy. Look at all the goddamn ribbons. And then we're doing some winning lives stuff by the very end as well. Keep forgetting that the winning lives are a thing. Except for that one at the end of season 2 that fucking blew my socks off. Oh my god. It was good. But yeah, brings an end to the Satono Jinx arc, I guess. What lies in the future? I sure as hell don't know. Came out a bit hotter on those 2 episodes after thinking about them a little bit more and talking it out, which is normally a good sign too. Mic's a little bit high. Anyway, you will see me next week. There'll be 2 more on the agenda. Like the video, subscribe, Patreon, all that normal stuff that I say. I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching. Ciao. Goodbye.